Look around at the hands. They're not black only. They're not white only. There are lots of different colored hands here. I want to challenge you. I want to beseech you. I want to beg you. This is our community here. When you see a black boy walking down the street with his pants hanging low, don't make assumptions about him. Yes. Say hello to him. Yes. Yes. Love him up. Yes. When you see a white woman look at you, don't assume she's judging you. When you see a white woman cross the street, please don't tell yourself stories about why that woman crossed the street. We have to erase all of the conditioning and all of the pain. Okay, yes. We have been told stories. We've been told to hate each other. Yes, we have. We have been told stories by the news, by our lawmakers, by our law enforcement. We have been told stories our whole lives. I'm begging you in this ground right now that I'm going to claim as sacred. I'm asking you to spread it out to the rest of the world, because if you think about how many lives you touch and you touch and you touch and you touch, we can all touch enough lives to make change. Yes. So when you're lying asleep, sleepless, in your bed thinking about what you're going to do, this is what we were going to do. This is what we were going to do, is be here together. My humanity is tied to yours. Say it. My humanity is tied to yours. Louder. 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 My humanity is tied to yours. My humanity is tied to yours. Don't think for a minute when you wake up in the morning that your life can't effectuate change. You might not be an executive director. You might not work for a nonprofit. You might work at Novartis. I don't care where you work. Everybody in here has a duty. It's called humanity. Yes. It's called the other people. Yes. If you see a black boy rifling for change and his only choice is to jump that turnstile, which will put him in the system, buy him a ticket. Yes. Buy him a ticket. Yes. Reparations for African people now. If you see somebody sitting on the side of the road and they look hungry, buy them some food. Yes. My humanity is tied to yours. Tired. Social media has made us narcissistic and isolated. Oh, yeah. Individualism makes us weak. All we do is post, I ate a sandwich. I want you to post about the next person's life you changed. And it doesn't take some marvelous, magnificent act. It might just take a smile one day. Because maybe that person was so desperate that day that they didn't know what was going to happen. But that smile gave them hope. It's called community, people. I don't care about your fear. Okay, I hate to quote Beyonce, but nothing that's real can be threatened. Come on. So I don't care about your fear. I don't care how different that boy is. You know what? If you do know that that boy on the corner, Mrs. Jones' son, has problems with the law, talk to him more. Talk to him more. Spend more time communicating with him and his family to see how you might be of help. And it might be something very simple. Just being there changes everything. Yes. I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart, when you leave here, don't go back to your 9-to-5 lives, scraping and peddling. Some of us, yes. But others of us have very highfalutin jobs, and you can make impact. Yes. This world was meant to be balanced, okay? It was. And I know whatever God you pray to is looking down thinking, they're fools. I gave them everything and they did nothing. They did nothing. No. You know why? Because we were meant to take care of each other. Yes. Your circumstance as a young child was different than mine. But you know what balances it? When you get up in the morning and you think about what you might do for Mrs. Jones' son, that is the balancing act. That's it. Can you die with your money? No. Does it go with you, your reputation?
No.
If we were to get shot out here, would all of the dollars and all of the nice cars actually go anywhere with you?
Right.
Take care of each other.
Yes.
That's what this is about. That's what this is about.
Yes.
Everybody walks around every day thinking about what they have to do. I'm guilty of it too. I'm no saint. Lift your head up and say hi. Ask somebody how they're doing.
Yes.
God, riding the train 9 to 5 feels like riding it to death because everybody's just sitting there processing what they have to do.
Yeah.
We've become slaves to this thing. Humanity, people, this is what matters. This woman's hurting. Who's hugging her? Who's hugging her? Let me tell you something. Every single time you take a father from a home, a black man is killed. Anthony Clay was 49 years old. His youngest child was 4 months. I was at the funeral. I talked to Ebony on the phone, his wife, all week long. And she just kept saying the same thing. And it was like this repetitive thing that she kept saying that she couldn't find an answer to and couldn't find comfort to. How am I going to tell my children they have no father ever? The oldest one is 3 years old. Every time that a black man dies, the chance of our country actually having a black man reach his full potential becomes less and less. Communities will stay broken. I don't want to sustain people in low-income situations.
Right.
I want to help them build and grow, but I need all of you.
Right.
Yes!
Houses, a sanctuary in this community. I want to echo Pastor Ford and point out where it is, 71 Cherry Street. If you need anything, we are there for you. This is not about nonprofits having power. This is not about corporations having power. If the rain bothers you, then I'm sorry. Let it come down on you.
The earth is crying. She's crying.
This is our cleansing, people. This is the moment where all of the things that we have been taught get washed away right here. If you believe it, it will be. If you believe it, it will be. Repeat me. If you believe it, it will be. If you think that when you wake up in the morning that your life has no meaning, then it doesn't. Black men, I'm talking to you. Each one of you standing here is a beautiful picture of perfection.
Yes. Yes. Say louder.
Each one of you standing here is a beautiful picture of perfection. You are infinitely powerful and gifted. And that's why you've inspired fear in so many.
Yes!
Let them be afraid.
Yes.
Be stronger.
Yes!
Okay? I don't care which one of you wants to tell me it's not true, but there are moments when we assimilate. Don't assimilate.
Yes.
Don't assimilate.
Black power. Yes.
Be what you are. Be who you have been born to be. Be the kings that you have been born to be.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Be the kings that you have been born to be. I passed this young boy on Blue Hill Ave riding his bike all crazy. And if you've ridden in the car with me, you know I'm crazy because I will scream out the window at youth and tell them what I need to tell them even in passing. He was riding crazy enough to get himself killed. I wound down the window and I said, "What are you doing? You're going to get yourself killed." He said, "They don't care anyways." Do you understand that? Do you want your son to say they don't care anyways? I didn't do anything because all I could do was roll up my window, pull over, and cry because my black son's in the back.
Oh.
Understand something. The only reason why our black men are in the predicaments that they are is because our system has been constructed in a way that has put them there.
Yep, white supremacy.
Yep. White power and colonialism.
So why am I standing here? Somebody's going to ask, well then what, you were the exception. No, I wasn't. This is how it comes. A couple of us eke through the system. My parents managed to come here when housing properties were low and they bought a lot of them. And I grew up in an all-white neighborhood. So my educational status was able to be at what it was so that I could ascend to a level of an executive director. You think it's a mistake? Mm-hmm. But my brothers and sisters, even some of my cousins who went to Boston public schools or public schools where they didn't give a shit to do what was right so that children could advance, well, they're still behind. It's a system, people. Okay? If there's anybody here not feeling compassionate, then I ask you, where is your heart? The way that things have been constructed is what has kept us where we are. It has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with systemic issues in this country that keep us locked in and keep black men the furthest down. Oh, so you tell me we have a black president, so how could that be true? So you tell me we have a black president, so how could it be true that black men can't get up? You are the highest you can go. Is that right? Or is it that Barack Obama's family had the ability to put him where he needed to be in the schools he needed to go to? It's all about that. It has nothing to do with anything else. And she makes a good point. There are white ghettos. I want to say this to you. There is nothing else that we can do except unite here. There's nothing else more important that we can do than take care of each other, hug each other, hold each other, and erase all of the programming in our minds about how we are different and how we got there. My humanity is tied to yours.
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 Hold each other's hands. Hold hands.
Elbows.
This is our humanity.
Come on, y'all.
Hold hands.
You still love me.
Sorry, I didn't want to get this.
Don't forget this moment. Don't forget this moment. You're not here by accident. We're not here because it was a feel-good thing to do on a Sunday. We're here to make change.
Yes!
We're here to make change!
Yes!
We're here to make change!
Yes!
Thank you.